Hey, this is Suzanne Mosley with Usborne Books and More, and I wanted to share with you today a couple of our titles that will be helpful resources and tools for you for talking with children about anxiety and fear of new situations, and then also about empathy and perspective in relationships. So our first one is Jonathan James and the What If Monster. So in this story, there's a little green fuzzy monster. He's the What If Monster, and there's a little boy named Jonathan James. And Jonathan James, whoops, too many pages. He is experiencing some new situations: at the pool, playing baseball, an art class, trying a new food, sleeping at night in his room, running a race. And each of these situations are new for him, and he's feeling a little nervous. But the what if monster in every situation, he is planting a lot of doubt in Jonathan James's mind. And Jonathan James is not finding much comfort or help from the what if monster's what if questions. So finally, Jonathan James looks at the what if monster and he says, well, what if you're wrong? And then he goes through each situation and he talks about some happy things, some wonderful things that could happen in each of these situations. And it ends on a happy note where he sees the positive things that can happen in each of these situations that were initially making him nervous because of the what if monster. So if you have a child, I see this a lot with firstborn children, just nervous about doing something new or feeling anxious about a situation. This is a great book to read to them and to encourage them to just do what Jonathan James did. Put your hands on your hips and tell that what if monster you're not going to listen to him. So this would be great in a classroom, great resource for a counselor, or even just a great resource for parents. I love having this for my boys at home. And in addition to the cute little book, you can also get this fuzzy little what if monster plush as well, which would be a fun thing for them to sleep with and cuddle with. Cute little what if monster. And then the last one I'm going to talk to you about is A Tale of Two Beasts. This story is so unique. It's told, the same story is told twice, exactly the same story. The pictures are identical. The first time it's told from the story of the little girl, and then the second time it's told from the story of the terrible beast, the little, I like to call him a squirrel. I guess he's technically the beast. But in the story, the book shows the exact same situation that they were in and shows the perspective of the little girl and then shows the perspective of the monster, the little beast. So this book is a wonderful springboard for talking with children about perspective and about empathy and how when they find themselves maybe in a point of conflict with another child who's upset or who's angry, it may be that child in that same situation, but that the child is dealing with being new to town or dealing with a death in the family. And so having those conversations with a child about empathy and about how you can learn to relate to one another by looking at that situation from your, the other friend's perspective. That's a wonderful life skill. And this book is very helpful for teaching that to young children. And I've actually used this book at home with my boys to have that conversation that needed to be had as they were, just as my boys were fighting with one another and looking at the situation from only their self-centered perspective. And so it was a great tool to use with them to prompt, well, what do you think your brother thought in that situation? And then, what did you think? And to guide them through that discussion of there are two ways to look at the situation, and we need to learn to be servants to one another and not be selfish all the time and try to understand things from different people's perspective. So if you are needing to have that conversation with your children, or if you are in a professional field where you are having those conversations with children, I highly recommend A Tale of Two Beasts. If you would like to order any of these books or our fun little What If Monster plush, you can do so at my Usborne shop, SuzanneSharesUsborne.com. Thanks so much.